Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to Livestream Tuesday. This is the time of the week where we go live and see who's in the live chat room, and we already have some action in the live chat room, so I'm going to be getting this up on screen if it's possible. Hello guys, thank you for joining me. We've got Barbara and Laurie and Alexandre and Ian and Tammy and Damon and Kelly. Hello guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and Carla, Darren, KA, DJ, Lisa, great to see you tonight. And this is one of those live streams that I literally finished setting up the show just before hitting the live button, so if anything goes wrong, it's just because I didn't quite plan it quite efficiently enough, because I was a bit rushed for time. But we will see, fingers crossed it'll be okay for tonight. And if we can leave a like as we come through the door, that would be great as well. We always aim for 200, but now 300. It used to be 200, but for some reason even more people are joining in, which is great. So if you guys can hit the thumbs up, that would be good, and we'll see if we can get close to 300 for tonight's live stream. And there are so many things going on with my screen at the moment. I'm going to keep it organized. Fingers crossed I'll be able to. And we're going to be getting the names going across the bottom of the screen, because that's something that I always do on every live stream, to say a massive thank you to my patrons who make every single video possible here on this YouTube channel. And their names go across the bottom of the screen for the whole duration. So these guys, you know who you are, and a lot of them are in the comment section already. So thank you for joining me on this live stream. But also thank you for answering my question about requests that I always put over on Patreon before the show, because it's one of those things that I can never decide on what to play. So it's good to get those suggestions in over there. And there have been a few things that I can play and can't play with copyrights and all that kind of stuff, but hopefully you guys will be happy with my choices that I've made for tonight. Just one choice, and that's going to be the cover that I'm going to play, and I am in a bit of an 80s mood, so it's something 80s orientated. But also we've had some action in the super chat window, and it is Rose who has donated $10 already. Thank you, Rose, so much for that. And the message is for coffee as a change from tea. So thank you, Rose. And yes, I always have a coffee in the evening. It usually is around maybe 9 p.m. or even later than that. And some people would think, what are you drinking coffee for in the evening, especially at 9 p.m? But I do stay up very late, so I need some kind of injection of caffeine at about 9, because then that'll see me through to the early hours. Otherwise, when I'm doing my analysis videos, as you guys know, if you've looked at the times of England compared to the USA and other countries, I tend to upload at about 2 or 3 a.m. So I need that caffeine hit at about 9 p.m. to keep me going. Otherwise, I'd just be falling asleep during the analysis videos, which we do not want to happen. But thank you, Rose, so much for that. And we've had another donation, and it's Sandy who has donated $5. Thank you so much for that, Sandy. And the message is, with all your followers, do you get approached to endorse products? And that's a good question, Sandy. So I've got an endorsement with Fender, and you guys probably already know about all of that stuff. And they gave me a Fender Strat, which I then did a little review of on the channel and took you through lots of different things about that guitar. In terms of other products, I've been approached about headphones, and that was just really crazy, the headphones thing. They wanted me, you're not going to believe this, but I swear that this is true. They wanted me to do an analysis video for the whole year wearing their headphones, for every 365 videos doing the analysis videos with headphones on. And I said to them that unfortunately, you know, even though it's great to be offered free headphones and things, for my channel, it's not one of those where I put on headphones and listen to it. I've got reference speakers here, so I've got a studio setup, so I can hear everything really clearly through reference speakers. And I think a lot of people that do videos where they're listening to audio, they haven't got a studio setup, so they're not getting a true representation of the audio, so they have to put on headphones, and it runs that kind of way. Whereas what I'm doing is a little bit more professional, I guess, certainly in terms of the setup and the speakers that I've got. So me wearing headphones is totally non-applicable for my videos because that's not what I'm hearing the audio. It'll just look weird as well. So I said no to that. I have been offered other guitars as well, but more kind of cheap, I guess, more affordable guitars. But for me, I want to keep this channel about music and analysis videos, and I feel like if I'm constantly pushing products, it's not really what I started this channel to do. I started this channel for my own music, to get it out there, for people to have a place to listen to my music, but also to spread the word about other musicians. And it wasn't about pushing products to people and trying to sell them things. So yeah, I do get offers, but I tend not to go with them. And thank you everybody that does email offering me things. It just so happens that I don't think this is the right kind of channel for that. I'm not going to end up doing endless endorsements with every single video because I think it does detract from the subject matter of that video, especially when I'm focusing on a particular artist that I want to draw everyone's attention to. If I'm trying to promote a product off the back of their name or publicity, it just is really dodgy to me anyway. But long answer to that question, but thank you, Sandy, for that $5 donation. And we've had another one from Chopping Broccoli. Thank you so much. This is a $10 donation. And the message is, sorry, I missed you last week. Was in Thanksgiving family hell. Glad to hear you're in an 80s mood. Me too. Thank you so much for that donation. And I'm sorry to hear about that in Thanksgiving. It might be the case that you have these kind of events and family come round, you don't particularly want them to stay for too long. As they say, you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. I'm sure it is sometimes a bit of a stressful situation. And with Christmas coming up as well, we don't have Thanksgiving here in terms of celebrating it as a day or having a holiday on that day. So it's something that I can't really relate to too much. But thank you so much for that donation, Chopping Broccoli. And we've had a donation from Carla as well. Hello, Carla. Thanks for joining me. And quick shout out to the sheriff and deputies that are looking after the comment section tonight, and thank you, Carla, for that, and the $9.99 donation. And I'm scrolling down to see if there's a message with it, but I can't see that on the screen at the moment, but it might appear later, or there just isn't a message. But thank you, Carla, so much for that. We're going to be getting into the first video of the night, and this is the one that I released at the weekend, was it? I think it was on Patreon, and then I released it straight afterwards, a matter of hours afterwards, maybe 4 or 5 hours on YouTube as well. So you guys might have seen this or you might have missed it. It's a lyric video that I put together for one of my songs called Haunted from my album called Persistence. So at least you guys can understand what I'm saying during the song. So I'm going to play this now. As always, I'm going to be in the comments section. So I'll hop in and out, and thank you everybody for tuning in. If you can leave a thumbs up, that would be great. And I'll see you guys after this, my track called Haunted. Rock!
Rain falls outside my
And there we have it. That was my song called Haunted. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And that's available on my album called Persistence, which you can find at wingsofpegasus.com/store, but just navigate to wingsofpegasus.com. You'll be able to find it there, and also on iTunes and Amazon. And somebody asked me during last week, I think, or at the weekend, about buying songs individually, and they wanted Unwanted Stranger. And you can go onto the website and you should be able to buy them individually, even on iTunes and Amazon. The album will be listed there, but you should be able to get those songs individually if you want to as well. So just so you guys know that. Anyway, we have had some action in the super chat window again. And we've had a donation from Sean, who's donated $10. Thank you so much for that. The message is, Phil, been a while, brother. I work away, so apologies for my absence. Any more Jim Croce-esque recommendations? I love the lyricism and storytelling angle. And in the future, I've got this list where I just put down all of these suggestions and the requests. So if there are any other singer-songwriters that are due to be coming up, then obviously I'll get through them. There have been quite a few on the channel. You can maybe type in, by the way, this is the whole Jim Croce, the whole debate. It's not really a debate. I think some people pronounce it one way, some people pronounce it the other way. Obviously, I'm really relying on people in the USA to let me know the pronunciation of the surname, but I had so many people that said it was Croce, but then so many people said it was Croce, and having to hedge my bets between those. So if you guys, I always ask whether it's Croce or Croce. I've gone for Croce, as you could tell earlier in this video when I read through the comment, but fingers crossed that that is alright as well. Barbara has said Croce, so maybe it's Croce. Somebody, we're going to have to get a definitive pronunciation of the surname, but we will get there, and once we have that, then I'll always say it that way. Croce, it's certainly something that's KADJ has just said. Croce is pronounced Croce, not Croce. So Croce is what I'm going to go for. Thank you, everybody. It looks like it is Croce. Certainly most of the votes are coming in for that. So I said it correctly first time. The way that I was leaning is the right way to do it. So thank you guys so much for that feedback in the comment section. So yeah, the answer to that is there might be more singer-songwriters. As I said, I just get through the requests and work my way through them. And there's been Joni Mitchell and all kinds of singer-songwriters have been on there. So we will see what happens in the future. But thank you, Sean, so much for that donation. And we have April, who has donated $10 as well. And the message with that is, thank you for standing by your principles in regards to endorsements. And that's no problem, April. Thank you so much for your support and for that donation as well. This is another thing that about the super chat donations on the live stream is that I don't feel like I need companies' endorsements and to be selling you stuff all the time, because there is so much support that happens not only on Patreon but during these live streams as well. So thank you guys so much for the support already. In tonight's live stream, we're only 16 minutes into it and already so much support. Thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up as well. I have to remind myself to ask people to hit the thumbs up, because it really does help with the live streams and to help the channel to get out there and get a little bit more suggestibility, I guess, as to how YouTube sees the channel. It all helps with likes and all that kind of stuff. Even though, going back a couple of weeks with that Dimash video that I did, some of the Dimash fans just went across my channel the whole way through all of the videos hitting the thumbs down, but that's just something that unfortunately has meant that in the future I'm not really going to be able to do a lot more Dimash videos just because of that backlash and people disliking videos that are nothing to do with Dimash, which is a real shame because they might be my own personal videos, but because they've taken offense at something, I don't know why, they then spend their whole day going through my whole channel disliking everything. But that's just the way it is, unfortunately. But anyway, April, thank you so much for that donation. And thank you, Jen, who has donated $2 as well. And the message with that is, any gifts from Fender lately? And a man holding his chin, an inquisitive kind of face. But thank you, Jen, for that. In terms of the gifts from Fender, this is something that I feel really bad and awkward asking for things, because in the meeting that I had when they asked me what color I wanted and the guitar that they were going to send through, they said, just let us know what you want and we'll send it through to you. But I'm one of these people that I feel really conscious that I don't want to just say, oh, I'm going to have that, I'm going to have that, and give me one of those, and give me one of those. I'd rather just accept the Fender Strat, which they gave me anyway, which is just amazing. I don't want to really become a burden on Fender and just say, look, the guitar is fantastic. The amp that they gave me as well, just thank you so much. And picks and strings and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to really be a burden to Fender because I'm such a fan of the company anyway. And, well, learning to play, I listened to a lot of Jimi Hendrix, and the white Fender Strat that he had was just one of those iconic images that I had as a kid. So I don't really want to say to Fender, give me loads of stuff. But I'm sure there are artists that do that, but it just doesn't sit very well with me. So I've just got picks and strings and things, and those are the things that I guess are a necessity, and I've got enough of those to be doing with at the moment. So if I do need more picks, then maybe I'll ask, but I've got loads of Fender picks. So yeah, I haven't had any gifts, but I think it's because it's a bit of an open channel that they say, if you want to use anything, just let us know. But for the moment, I'm happy with what I've got. But thank you, Jen, so much for that donation. And Rose has donated again, and it's $10. Again, thank you, Rose, so much. The message is, I recently found your cover of Jingle Bells. Any chance for another seasonal cover? Pretty please. So thank you for that, Rose. There's a possibility. It all depends how much time I have. At the moment, I'm trying to work through with Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult about doing an analysis video with him, and it takes a lot of time to get through everything with organizing, a phone call and video and editing it together and knowing what we're going to talk about, all that kind of stuff. So in terms of for this month, I'll see what's happening and if that's going to progress this month. If it just so happens that we can't get that space or that time in our diaries together, then maybe I'll be able to do something that is going to be more Christmas themed for this month, but we will see. You guys on Patreon will be the first ones to hear about that. But thank you so much, Rose, for that question, but also the donation. And we had another donation from Connie, 2000 Connie, who has donated $10. The message is, I have been enjoying your analysis videos, love the Karen Carpenter, Cilla Black, Ginger Baker, etc. So thank you, Connie, for that, for watching, and for the donation tonight. I'm glad that you enjoyed the videos, and it's something that I really like about the channel, is that we've got so many people on here that are into so many different styles and genres, and also that I get to cover so many amazing singers, but also guitarists, instrumentalists in general. But then also we have done quite a lot of vocalists recently in terms of analysis videos on Cilla Black, and it's something that I didn't really think I'd do much of to begin with, but fortunately people like hearing about voices and the differences between them, because I find it interesting as well. So sometimes I do talk for a little bit too long, but thank you, Connie, so much for that donation. Poet's Dreams has donated $4.99, and the message is, thanks so much for your amazing videos, Phil. I really enjoy your music as well. So thank you for checking out my music and for that donation. And then Ian's in the house tonight, and Ian has donated $100, and the message is, just because you do an awesome job. So thank you so much for that, Ian. And I was going to say to Ian tonight, and I can do it now because he's just donated a crazy amount of money, that I'm getting to his email tomorrow. So Ian, I'll be checking out your email tomorrow. I've just been really busy, and as everybody knows, the emails take me a bit longer to get through because there's so many of them, and I try and keep everything up to date on YouTube, and then once I have a day off from teaching, as I do tomorrow, I'm then able to get through those emails. So I'll be checking that out tomorrow. But Ian, thank you so much for that donation. And while I'm just talking about that as well, Lynn donated earlier as well. So thank you, Lynn, so much for that. I saw that on my tablet in terms of the notification that popped up. So thank you, Lynn, for that. It might have been yesterday or in the borderline between yesterday and today. But thank you, Lynn, for that. I'll probably write an email as well, just in case you don't see this on the live stream. But thank you, Ian, for that donation. And the message, did I read that out? It says, just because you do an awesome job, with a happy face. So thank you, Ian, for your support and the kind words as well. And then Laurie has donated, and this is Laurie Polnak, $25, and the message is, new winger here, love your channel, knowledge and enthusiasm, and such a great group of people here. So thank you, Laurie, and I definitely agree with that. Probably the best comment section on YouTube that we've got going on here. So thank you so much for that $25 donation. And underneath that we have DM, and that is a donation of $1.99. So thank you for that, DM. I can't see the message at the moment, but maybe it will be revealed a little bit later on. And we're going to be getting into the next video. This one was left to me because of the suggestions over on Patreon, but also me having to choose something to get in the place of something else. This is something that I just want to mention as well, that last year, I think it was maybe last December, something like that, I was trying to get a cover album done because I've done so many covers here on YouTube as well as my original music, but people wanted that as a product, and I'm still waiting for the copyrights to come through, because what happens is you ask for the sync rights for video and the mechanical rights in order to sell somebody else's song, and waiting for that is just such a long process. So hopefully that cover video stroke album will be coming out. All the cover videos are on YouTube, and the copyright owners or holders take the ad revenue from YouTube. So showing the videos isn't as bad, but then getting the mechanical license in order to actually put the music on a CD and to have it downloadable by you guys is another process, and it's just taking ages. So we will see. But again, you guys on Patreon will know as soon as that goes through. As soon as it happens, I'll let you guys know when the covers album is available. But we will see. It's not up to me. It's just up to the people who own the copyrights getting back to me and getting back to the company that are doing it on my behalf and chasing it all up. But we will see. Anyway, guys, we're going to be getting into the next video. As I said, I'm in an 80s mood. So we're going to be getting into a little bit of Cutting Crew, and this is my version of their track, I Just Died in Your Arms, and hopefully you guys recognize this, and it sounds a little bit like the original song. I'm going to be in the comments section as always, so I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
Curtains are closed, the cat's in a cradle. Who'd have thought that a boy like me could come to this? Whoa, I just died in your arms tonight. Must have been something you said. I just died in your arms tonight. Whoa, I just died.
And there we have it. That was my cover of the Cutting Crew classic, I Just Died in Your Arms. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you for the kind words that were running through the comments section while that was going on. And that was my 80s choice for today's cover video, or the live stream video. And we've had some more action in the super chat window. So let's have a little look at what's been happening. I'm going to have to scroll up, and St. John has donated $10. Oh, by the way, the message from DM for the $199. $199? Does that make sense? Hopefully, fingers crossed. The message that I didn't read before, which I can now see, is the message: any plan on reacting to Marillion? Sorry, I'm cheap. So no problem, anything is much appreciated. And also thanks for the message and the request. It's going to go on the list. If it isn't already on there, I'm pretty sure that it's got to be there somewhere, but it's going to be added anyway. But thank you, DM, for that, and don't worry about the $1.99. Maybe that's the right way to say it. It's a fantastic support donation. Anything is just amazing. So thank you guys just for tuning in on this live stream and spending your Tuesday night with me, or maybe it's a Tuesday day where you are, but I really appreciate you guys joining in with me on this live stream. And we have another donation underneath that, and it's St. John, who has donated $10, and the message is: have more coffee, Phil, do it for Rose. This is the thing, that I only have one coffee, and that's my limit, because I think if I did have any more coffee than that, I'd probably just never sleep and go all the way through, and I'd realise that, yeah, things would start going wrong, because too much caffeine is a bad thing. Even though I think when I had exams, especially at university, I'd try and drink as much energy drinks and caffeine as possible to try and study, but then again, actually, is probably doing studying, but then also playing a bit of guitar to chill out. And then, as everybody knows, once you start playing the guitar, hours just whittle away, and then you don't realise what the time is because you've just been jamming along with a backing track. But anyway, thank you, St. John, for that donation. And Vince has also donated. Hello, Vince, and the amount is $10. Thank you, Vince, for that donation. There's also a message which I'm going to bring to everybody's attention about the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, because there's an after party after this live stream that Vince hosts over there, and the message is: Phil, please remind everyone about the Facebook group called Wings of Pegasus supporters. We always have an after party there after each live stream, a great community too. So you guys, if you want to head over to Facebook after this live stream, you can join in with everybody else in the comments section, because that's where the after party happens. In the search box, just type in Wings of Pegasus supporters and you'll see the group in there. And then we have Tennessee Moppy, who will allow you guys in there, and maybe Vince will let you in as well. It should be pretty straightforward to be allowed into that group, because we're all involved and everybody in the comments section are the same people that are over there after the live stream. So thank you, Vince, so much for that donation. And Chopping Broccoli again is in the super chat section. Let's have a look, and it's a $10 donation. Thank you for that. And the message is: don't forget, it's Giving Tuesday. Let's all give to Phil. Phil, how did you make a cover sound so much better than the original? Thank you for the kind words. I don't think it's possible to do a cover better than the original, because the only reason I could play anything is because of the original in the first place. But thank you for those kind words. And then we've got Jen in the house as well. Jen has donated $1.99, and the message says: as guitarists go, how about Mike Dawes? You rock, Phil. So thank you, Jen. And another one of those, I don't think Mike is on the list, but he will be now. So thank you, Jen, for that suggestion. And like I say all the time on this live stream, but also underneath the analysis videos, some people aren't sure where to put their suggestions, but anything that you put in the comment section underneath the analysis videos, I put the thumbs up and the love heart thing to let you know that I've read all of the messages and I've made a note of every single request that is on there. So don't worry if you're making a suggestion, or if you want to, just put it in the comments section of any video on YouTube and I will find it there. But Jen, thank you so much for the suggestion and also for the donation. And Kathy has donated as well, and Kathy's donated $5. The message is, I absolutely love this song. You sing it better than the original. Love you, Phil. Thank you, Kathy, for the kind words. I'm glad that you think that it's better than the original. Like I said, it's very difficult for me to even contemplate something better than something that I think is amazing. But thank you for the kind words. And Abby has donated $10, and there's no message with that. Thank you, Abby, for that donation. And Marty McGill has donated $5. The message is, I love your content, brother, and keep rocking. So thank you, Marty, for spending time on the channel, watching the videos, and for that donation. And Beanie Angela is in the house as well. And the message is, one coffee all day, question mark. And the donation is $5. Thank you for that, Angela. And yes, just one coffee. I have 2 cups of tea, though, as well. So there's a little bit of caffeine in those, probably. Some people have, 2 or 3 or 4 coffees a day. I've never really been into that. I've only ever had one, and that's just been throughout my whole life, really. So it's just a habit that I've got into. I have a very specific daily routine, and exactly at that time is when I have the coffee, and I have my tea at exactly the same time as well. It's just the way that my days work themselves out. But thank you, Angela, for that donation. And let's have another look into the super chat donation window, because there's another one from Jen, and it's $1.99, and the message is still about Crotchy versus Croachy. Thanks, Phil. So thank you, Jen, for that second donation, and Croachy is just the way it's going to be from now on. But thank you for the donation again. Shirley has donated $19.99, and the message is, Strat or Telly for rock? I have neither. And a crying, happy, smiley, crying with laughter face, and a cool face with some shades on. So thank you, Shirley, for that. And for the donation of $19.99. Thank you so much. In terms of Strat or Telly for rock, I think probably for me, a Strat, just because that's what I used to use in my first band, and I did put a dual blade pickup on there as well to simulate that humbucker sound. So it's one of those things. I did edit it a little bit. If I was playing in a hard rock band, obviously I'd have to go for the Strat. If it was more just rock and a little bit pop rock and a bit of blues in there as well, then Telly is what I tend to lean towards if I am just jamming something out over a backing track. But pretty much I'm so indecisive about guitars. I just grab whichever one's closest to me and just play on that. But yeah, with a Telly, I think you tend to get so much versatility with a Telly, and sometimes a Strat is one of those sounds that you get that typical Strat sound, especially on the bottom end. I don't want to get too technical with Strats versus Tellys, because then I'll probably lose a lot of people, but players out there will know what I'm talking about. But unfortunately, Shirley has neither, but hopefully I've answered your question. Again, I'm taking a long time to answer the questions, but thank you, Shirley, for that donation. I'll try and speed it up a little bit. There's been another donation, and it's $50 from Your Soul Knows. Thank you so much for that donation, and the message is, thanks, Phil. You're fabulous and do such a wonderful job. Thanks for covering the Moody Blues. And yes, you did the cover better than the original. Thank you so much for the kind words. And I thought that I had done a Justin Hayward video before I did the Moody Blues video, but it turns out I couldn't find it. I was convinced, because I teach guitar, if you don't know. I teach acoustic guitar, fingerstyle, electric guitar, and I thought I had done a video on Justin, but I think it's just because I've watched so many videos of the Moody Blues and Justin, and have taught a fair few of the songs and playing acoustic. I've just imagined that I did a video on Justin beforehand. So doing the Moody Blues was certainly one of those that was overdue, because I think I imagined the other video that I did in the past. But thank you so much for that donation, and I'm glad that you enjoyed that video as well. And then Tammy has donated $7.99. Thank you, Tammy. The message is, will you do Got Ye? Got you. Someone that I used to know would love that one rock. I don't know why my reading just went totally off the scale there. I apologize for that sentence and the reading. I'm reading it from a very small screen and I don't know why I just said it like that. So Tammy, thank you so much for that donation. I think what's happening is I'm getting so much in the super chat donation window. I'm trying to read through it quickly and I'm totally messing things up and I apologize. We have Lisa as well who has donated $10. Thank you, Tammy, so much for that. And I will make a note of all the requests in the super chat donations. I think with the standard chat, because it's going through so quickly, I can't see the requests in the comment section in that live chat section, but in the super chat window, I can look through those afterwards and make a note of all of the requests in there. But Tammy, thank you for that. And Lisa, thank you for the donation of $10. The message is college uni breakfast of champions is Coca-Cola and Milky Way bars. That's how I got through those 8 a.m. classes. Thank you for that, Lisa. And maybe that's something different in the UK or in the USA from the UK, because in the UK, certainly, I think if I had Coca-Cola for breakfast, it might ruin my teeth as well. This is another thing that I didn't drink a lot of, and I still don't drink a lot of sugary drinks, and I just have one chocolate bar a day. I tend to impose these limits on myself because I think one chocolate bar a day, one coffee, and just that's it. Everything in moderation, and don't go crazy with things. And maybe that's what has helped my teeth. Some people do comment on my teeth for some reason on the channel, but just not having a lot of sugar, drinking lots of water, and maybe not drinking lots of tea and coffee, because that can maybe stain your teeth or something like that. I imagine that it can. It probably does, but this is it. That's just what I impose on myself. One of everything a day, apart from tea. I do have 2 of those. That is my weakness. But anyway, thank you so much for that donation. I'm going to have to scroll down now. Lisa, thank you for that $10. And DM has donated $1.99 saying, what are crumpets? I like sweet tea, chopping rocks. So crumpets are, thank you for that donation. Crumpets are kind of like a bread-based or wheat and flour meal thing that you put butter on, like a pancake, but a bread version of a pancake. Put butter on it and you can have jam on it, and it's very nice. But it's more of a savory snack than a sweet snack, because a pancake over here in the UK tends to be a sweeter thing that you put syrup on and all that kind of stuff, whereas it's more savory. It's a savory version really of a... What did I just say? Not a crumpet, but a pancake over in the USA. I'm getting confused now, but it is whatever I just said it is. So thank you, TM, for that. And Vince has donated $10. Strat or Telly, Gibson SG, asked Frank Marino. So yes, the guy who is partial to a Gibson SG, Frank himself. And this is it, that I never played a Gibson SG when I was younger. It was always Fenders, and it just tends to be the way that I went. And then I went for Ibanez, and that's just the avenue that I went down. And I still don't have a Gibson here in terms of one that I own and that I've purchased myself, but you never know, in the future I might go down that route. It's something that I haven't got anything against Gibson. I just so happen to not have gone down that route so far. But anyway, thank you, Vince, for that. And Jen has donated $1.99. Thank you, Jen. And Gautier, Gautier is how I should have said it. And Jen is saying Gautier is Gautier. Awesome request that. Okay, yeah, so thank you, Jen, for clarifying. That was just, I think I said the whole sentence in a really weird way before, and I didn't say Gautier. So thank you, Jen, for that donation and for explaining pronunciations. Seems to be a theme tonight. Also, somebody said about my hair in the last video being quite long. I said it was long before the video started, and depending on how hot or cold it is in the UK, you can tell that at the moment we're in winter. Is very cold. I think it's almost minus here in terms of -1 degree Celsius. So my hair doesn't have a lot of ridiculous volume to it. As soon as it starts getting hot, then it just tends to explode. But fortunately, I'm dodging the bullet tonight, and for some reason my hair fell into a center parting when I was drying it earlier, and it's just a lottery as to what my hair looks like every night. So tonight it's decided it wanted to go in the center for the parting. But anyway, Jen, thank you so much for that. And let me have a look. We have Luan, who's in the house. Hello, Luan. Thank you for joining me tonight with a $2 donation. And it looks like we can't see the message, but hopefully we'll be able to see that later. Right, let's get into a video quickly. And if you get a chance, please hit that thumbs up. I keep on forgetting to ask people to do that, but if you can hit that like button on this live stream, it really does help with everything. We're going to dive into the next video, and this is the Unwanted Stranger song from my album. This was being asked for last week, I think, or over the weekend. So here it is now. I hope you guys enjoy this, and we've got one more video to play before the end of the live stream, but we are 46 minutes in, so if we can spike the likes, that would be great, and I'll see you guys after this video. Rock!
Told me something about you that I didn't want to know. Look me right in the eye, and then you placed your head on my shoulder. This position that you put me in, you're on a mission to take my world from around me. Wide awake, I worry my brain. Turn over, turn over, turn over. Waiting, anticipating. Girl, come on, make up your mind. The night of passion became a nightmare. When the flood arrived, I realized what a fool I've been. You don't even know me, so how could you love me? Let alone care for this unwanted stranger. Forget about the life that I dreamed of. Turn over, turn over, turn over. Waiting, anticipating. Girl, come on, make up your mind. Repercussions and consequences. Should've known better. Wish I never met her. True to the letter, I'll never forget her. Waiting, anticipating. Girl, come on, make up your mind.
There we go, that was my track called Unwanted Stranger, and that's on my album as well, called Persistence, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one. So it looks like we are up to 246 likes on the live stream tonight. So we're looking for, what did I just say, 246, so 54 extra likes out there somewhere. We need well, 54 people to join in and see if we can get it to 300. Fingers crossed that we can do that before the end of the night. Where are we? We're at 10 minutes to 1 in the morning here in the UK. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. We have had another donation as well in the super chat section, and now there is something that is a bit of a problem with this super chat because I can never get down to see the bottom message, whatever it is, and that's just something that's happening on YouTube for some reason. But Chopping Broccoli has donated $5. Thank you so much for that. We're going to have to wait to see what the message is because it's not showing up to the side where sometimes it does. But thank you so much for that donation as well, Chopping Broccoli. And hopefully, fingers crossed, everything is going to work okay until the end of the live stream because, like I said at the beginning, when I set this up, I wasn't sure whether it was all going to work because it was literally a case of importing all the videos that I wanted to play and then going live. But fingers crossed, it's all going to be okay. I'm going to be jumping over to the Patreon page because Linda made a request, and I think Linda is in the house there somewhere. Also, I don't know if Mario's in the house, but whenever Mario is in the house, everybody say hello to Mario. But I think you guys are pretty switched on as to when Mario joins in with the comment section because the hellos start coming through those comment sections. It doesn't look like Mario is in the house yet, but he might join us a little bit later on. But if Linda is in the house as well, just let Linda know that we will be playing my acoustic version of Paris Nord just before the end of the show as well. But hello guys, thank you for joining in tonight. We've got Jen and DM and KADJ who says Mario is not here tonight yet, and that is the operative word, yet. We'll have to see. Like I said, it's just gone 10 minutes to 1 here in the UK, so I'm not going to be able to live stream for too long because it is getting quite late here. But hopefully, if we can get to 300 likes, that would be amazing. If you guys could leave a thumbs up, it would be massively appreciated. And hello everybody in the comment section. We've got Laurie and Rose and Lisa and Jen and Mario is in the house. So everybody say hello to Mario in the comment section. This is where we get message after message after message saying hello to Mario. He is in the house. Thank you, Rose, for writing in capitals. And it looks like Chopping Broccoli's message is now available to read. And Beanie Angela has also just donated. But to read out the comment from Chopping Broccoli, we still have to plan PhilCon in States next year. Seriously. So maybe something can happen in the United States called PhilCon. We'll have our own event where everybody dresses up as Phil and we can all get together and then people can try and spot the real Phil and the fake Phils and see how accurately just buy a wig and it'll be great. We could have a PhilCon. But thank you, Chopping Broccoli, for that donation. And thank you, everybody, for saying hello to Mario, who is in the comment section tonight. And the comment section in all of the videos, but especially in these live streams, is such an amazing place to be. I'm going to give another shout out to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook because Vince mentioned earlier that he holds an after party there, or hosts it, I guess is the best way of describing it, and you can hop over there on Facebook. So check out Wings of Pegasus supporters. It's a group that you guys can get involved with and join that after the show tonight to continue the conversation going. And it's great to have so many like-minded people in the comment section, and these live streams are a great indication because especially with other live streams that I've seen, you get so many trolls on live streams because they're floating around and they've got nothing better to do. But this is also where I want to say a massive thank you to the sheriff and the deputies who look after the comment section, the moderators, to give them their official title. You'll be able to see them going through the comment section with the spanner symbol or the wrench. I'm not sure, I still always get confused as to what you call it. I think the wrench is adjustable and the spanner isn't adjustable. So whatever that is, the picture of that thing next to the moderators' names, you guys know who you are. Thank you for really keeping everything so much under control in the comment section. And Carla has just mentioned that it's called a wrench, so thank you, Carla, for that. And we've got Kathy in the house as well, and I don't think I've seen Neil in there yet, but Laurie's always in the house as well. So thank you guys for keeping everything so under control all the time. But I think we're quite lucky with the troll thing in general, but fingers crossed I don't want to tempt fate and put a curse on my own channel. But thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm going to have to point out as well, we've had some more donations in the super chat window, and Beanie Angela has donated $5. Thank you for that, Angela, again. And Linda has donated $20, and the message is, yes, I just got home. Thanks for playing my request, and thanks for such a great week. No problem, Linda. Thank you so much for your donation, and we will be getting to Paris Nord, the acoustic version that I did with the dual mic setup. It wasn't a dual mic, I just used the same mic and then filmed myself again, singing again to myself. But thank you, Linda, for that. We'll be getting into that performance in a second. And we've had a donation from Susan and Dennis Cook as well. $5. Thank you guys for joining me again tonight. And the message is, Dennis wants to know if you have a favorite classical composer. If so, why do you like them? And I think I'm probably going to have to go with John Williams, purely because I'm so into 80s movies and soundtracks of movies. And obviously, John has composed so many amazing themes for such iconic movies that are part of the movie. You can't help but think of that composition and that score. And the thing that he does with the movies is being able to get the mood of everything so spot on, but he's just being told what to write for, and it's such a difficult thing to match the mood of something visual, especially when somebody says, right, these guys are going to be running down there, give me the music for it that's going to perfectly match it. And John Williams is such an amazing guy at putting images to music and pairing those perfectly so that when you hear the music, it is the same as watching the image. You feel the same emotion. You don't have to see the image anymore. And I'm a massive fan of Jurassic Park. And for me, that Jurassic Park theme is so great to listen to just on its own because of the way it develops, the journey throughout the whole piece. But anyway, I don't want to get into an analysis of John Williams and his composing, but thank you, Susan and Dennis, for that donation. But that's what I'd have to go for. And I know people would be thinking about other composers that were, you know, a lot older, and maybe they've got a body of work that's maybe seen more in the classical circles, but it's just because of my love of film, and especially the 80s films. And there were so many films, even actually in the 70s, when we're talking about Star Wars, for example, you know, having that theme, it's just instantly iconic, the way that that just hits you straight away. Everybody knows that with Star Wars, that theme is straight in, and it's so dramatic. It's exactly what you want from a theme about such a film as Star Wars. Anyway, again, I'm getting sidetracked, but Susan and Dennis, thank you so much for that donation. And Luan has donated $2 as well, and Luan says, don't feed the trolls, with a smiley face poking his tongue out. So thank you for that, Luan. Again, another donation. And Yu is in the house and has donated 250 yen. So thank you, Yu, for joining in tonight with the live stream. And without further ado, we're going to be getting into this Paris Nord acoustic version, which I'm going to be playing for Linda. But if we get a chance, please hit that thumbs up button, because we're getting towards the end of the live stream now, and we're aiming for 300 likes. Fingers crossed. We will see what happens maybe during this performance. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, then please, if you could do, it really does help the channel. But I'm going to play this video for Linda now, and this is my song called Paris Nord, the acoustic version of it, with me playing and singing, and then me playing and singing again with myself afterwards. But I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you guys after this. Rock!
Hello, Phil here, obviously. This is going to be my acoustic version of one of my album tracks called Paris Nord, and I'm going to film another bit after this and edit it in so that I can sing the other part of the chorus with myself.
If I had known, if I had known for just one moment you'd be gone, it's not okay. We want to know, lost in your eyes, Paris night skies, both hypnotized. Find a way, to find your way, spend the night with you in Paris Nord. It's so unfair, you left me there. You took the 9:35 from Paris Nord. In a heartbeat, you were gone, like ships in the night, love at first sight, holding you tight. Find a way, to find your way, spend the night with you in Paris Nord. It's so unfair, you left me there. You took the 9:35 from Paris Nord. Left with just her aroma from our standstill adventure. Now I'm stuck in a world of regret, and it's 9:35. I'm not happy, but I feel alive. So much I wanted to say, but now it's too late. Find a way, to find your way, spend the night with you in Paris Nord. It's so unfair, you left me there. You took the 9:35 from Paris Nord. You took the 9:35. You took the 9:35. You took the 9:35 from Paris Nord.
And there we have it. That was my acoustic version of Paris Nord, which is available on my album called Persistence. But the album version is just all in with lots of different elements thrown in there, with guitar, a little bit of lead guitar solo in there as well, but not too overdone. And it's got that same melody line. That's why I did the acoustic version of Two of Me, because there's always a line that's repeated in the song if you know the original song from my album. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and it looks like we might have hit over 300 likes now. Thank you so much everyone for hitting that thumbs up button, and you can still hit the thumbs up if you're watching this in the future on repeat, so it really does make a difference even if you're watching it not live. But thank you everybody for watching this live now and for hitting that thumbs up button. And let me just bring your attention to the super chat window again, because we can now see Yu's message. It says, "Hi Phil, do you do live stream on Christmas Eve? See you," and a smiley face. And I don't know whether I'm going to be live streaming on Christmas Eve. It's probably likely that I will be, just because this is pretty much what I do every Tuesday night, and Tuesday night is always just a Tuesday night. And I might move it forward, or if I do a live stream on Christmas Eve, I'll make an event for it. So just in case anybody else is there to join me on Christmas Eve, you guys will know what time it is if I do have to move it forward for any reason. But we will find out. We will see. I'll let you guys know, of course. And I would have definitely live streamed the week before that. And then the next week after that will be New Year's Eve. So maybe we could have a New Year's Eve party on the live stream, who knows, or something might pop up and I might have to go somewhere, but you guys will be the first to know if it's not gonna happen. Otherwise, I'm always going to be here on a Tuesday night. But thank you, Yu, for that message. And then Gil Westfall has donated $49.99. Thank you so much. A crazy donation. The message is, "Love this acoustic version. Can't hit the thumbs up again, so this'll have to do." Thank you so much. I mean, just crazy donations tonight. Just everybody in the super chat donations for donating and making such a difference. Like I mentioned earlier in this live stream about endorsements and all that kind of thing, I don't need to go down that avenue. Not that I want to anyway, just because of your support on these live streams is just so amazing. So thank you everybody that has donated tonight and in previous weeks, and everybody's kind words in the comment section as well. But thank you. We've had another one from Chopping Broccoli as well, $10, and I'm not sure what the message is with that. Let's have a look. I can see the message on the right hand side. So the message is, "Oh my god, I love everything about this acoustic version, even the cool pic of you with the aviators. Bravo Zulu." So thank you so much for that. And also we've got a couple of pictures of rock horns going on there, and that is the album cover in the background. And that was just my friend who took a picture of my face, and I just decided to cut it in half and use that as my album cover. And that was ages ago that I decided to do that, and it just stayed to the most recent version of the album. Now, because I can get the album made in, well, what's the word? It's in bulk, so lots and lots of different CDs that I can just receive in a box and then sign them if they want them to be signed. If people order them and want to have the CD signed or whatever, I can do that and send it off. But now it's got the picture on the front. You open it up, there's another picture on the inside sleeve, and behind the CD is another picture of half of my face. So there's lots of my face on that particular album cover. But thank you, Chopping Broccoli, for that donation. Thank you everybody for hitting the thumbs up and getting us to over 300 likes on this live stream, because it's amazing when we hit that target, because it's such a crazy number. But thank you everybody for tuning in, and the people at the bottom of the screen as well, who also turn up in the super chat all the time on these live streams. Thank you guys for your support, not only on Patreon but on this live stream as well in the super chat section. We have had another donation, so it's Angela again, Beanie Angela, $5, and the message is, "Love my new t-shirt, will post on Facebook." So Angela is going to be showing off her fancy new t-shirt over on Facebook, and it's a great opportunity to plug the t-shirts underneath the video here. If you want to go over there and order a t-shirt, then you can do straight from here. If you just click on the image, you should be taken through to Teesprings, and that will just be delivered anyway. I think they distribute them in Europe and in the USA, so hopefully if you order them in the USA, they shouldn't take too long to get delivered. But you've got all kinds of sizes there, and you've got different designs as well. There's the more recent 2019 t-shirt with the new design on it, and you've got the vintage version, which is the older logo design with the Pegasus on there with the logo. So you get to decide what you want, and maybe I'll have to do a vote for a live stream orientated shirt, because we've had lots of quotes that have been thrown together by you guys in the comments section as to what you'd like to see on a t-shirt, and maybe we can whittle it down to one main quote and maybe one on the back. Maybe we can have one on the front, one on the back, and maybe have those as or have that t-shirt available to buy from Teesprings as well, because that would be an interesting thing. People could be walking around and thinking, what is that on your t-shirt? They've got no idea about Livestream Tuesdays, but it could be entertaining. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And Vince has donated again in the super chat window. Thank you, Vince, for that. And let's have a look at the message. It says, I just approved someone's membership in the Facebook group. I think he clearly came over from the live stream. Everyone, come and join us, Wings of Pegasus supporters on Facebook. So everybody hop over to Facebook, because the live stream is going to be coming to an end now within the next maybe 3 to 5 minutes. So if you want to continue the conversation over on Facebook, head over to the Facebook group, which is called Wings of Pegasus Supporters, and Vince will allow you on there so you guys can keep on talking about whatever you want to talk about. Maybe come up with a quote for a t-shirt that I can then put underneath these live stream videos, and people can start to maybe wear them and take pictures of them and post them to the Facebook group. That would be cool to see pictures of Livestream Tuesday t-shirts all over the world. But Vince will allow you into the group over there, so go and check that out in the next few minutes straight after this live stream finishes. And we've had another donation, and this has been from Paul. Thank you, Paul, so much. It's a $10 donation. I can't see the message at the moment, but here it is. It's just come up, and it says, just because. So thank you, Paul, so much for your support. And thank you, Vince has just popped in there again. Thank you, Vince. The message is, Phil, come to the Facebook group and see the cover photo featuring you and Christmas. So I will do. I'll jump on that after this live stream. I always try and get through the messages on YouTube and Patreon, and I'll jump onto Facebook tonight. I also check all the Facebook messages, so I can try and kill two birds with one stone doing that tonight. So thank you, Vince, for that donation. Another $10 donation. I will jump on Facebook and check out this photo of me and Christmas. And I'm not sure whether you mean Father Christmas or just Christmas. So the mystery thickens, and we will see what happens. I'll check that out. Thank you, Vince, so much for that donation. But everybody for joining in tonight, and for all of the donations, the comments on the analysis videos, and everybody in this comment section tonight. I'm going to be calling a night now. I'm going to be heading over to Patreon. I'm always going to upload these live streams to Patreon for you guys over there. I'm going to jump onto Facebook as well to see what this is about. Facebook and the Christmas and me picture photo. We will see. But thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I'm going to be saying good night to you guys, or good day if it is the daytime where you are, or good morning if it might be the morning where you are. So I'll be doing the same analysis videos as always every single night. So I'll see you guys in the comment section there. And if I don't see you in the comment sections, then I will see you the same time, the same place next week for Live Stream Tuesday. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and I will see you next week live at the same time at the same place. Thank you guys. Catch you later. Rock.